Today we take a short look at a couple of the LSU corners, Christian Fulton, number 22, and Greedy Williams, number 29. But we'll get right into that right after this intro. We're going to look at a play with Christian Fulton first. He's defensive back number 22. He's about 6 feet tall, 192 pounds. This play occurred at the 3-minute, 49-second mark of the first quarter against Georgia, the game against Georgia. I thought I'd choose this game because, it's a higher profile matchup, talent on both sides of the ball. So LSU's man-to-man across the board, no help for the DBs. Georgia goes 3 wide, shotgun formation with Jake Fromm, running backs set to his left. LSU plays an interesting coverage on this play. All the corners are man-to-man on an island, but the free safety drops down into the box. Weirdly enough, the strong safety, Grant Delpit, on this play, he is as well in the box already, but I'm not sure if he was supposed to do that. I actually think he's supposed to be the single high guy on this play. I think one of them at least was supposed to play the single high safety over the top because they both kind of look back as the play develops and realize, oh wait, nobody's in the middle of the field. So I think they busted a coverage. But like I said, I personally think it was Grant Delpit. Either way, look at Christian Fulton on the top of the screen against the wide receiver up there, which is Mecole Hardman, Georgia's number 4. He breaks down well with the wide receiver. He really uses his hips and his feet well to break down and slow down and stay with the wide receiver, but he gets completely fooled on the route. His ability to break down and stay with the receiver actually worked against him as Mecole Hardman ran a really good route as he broke down and made it seem like he was settling to stop for a pass going toward the sideline. He actually completely flips his hips and runs a post toward the middle of the field in the end zone. It was going to be an easy touchdown. And Christian Fulton was completely fooled. He thought it was going to the outside and he was stuck. He couldn't turn around and get back with Mecole Hardman as he did his post route. And so he was completely out of the play and he was beat soundly. So, like I said, he left open a wide open play. Now, it'll be interesting to see if he gets matched up with Jerry Jeudy at all in this game, because Jerry Jeudy is a really good route runner who has some really nice speed as well. They'll be interested to see if he can keep up. Or Devonta Smith, because Christian Fulton seems to be the boundary corner, or the guy who plays on kind of the right half of the field, and Devonta Smith is usually the wide receiver on the left side. And so, the craftiness, that matchup, it'll just be fun to see. Also, I'd just like to point out that LSU's nickel cornerback, or the guy who seems to be playing nickelback a lot, Kerry Vincent Jr., number 5, he did a pretty solid job covering his guy in the slot on the right side of the field as well. So that's just something to point out. Now, let's go on to, one last thing I'll say about that is that if Jerry Jeudy did something like that to Christian Fulton, Tua usually wouldn't miss that. So that's just something to think about. Now let's go on to the 12-minute, 55-second mark of the second quarter. LSU rushes 3 people here and drops 8 people into cover. So we're going to look at Greedy Williams. He's 6'2", 182 pounds, solid cornerback, really good skills, instincts. He started last year as a freshman at LSU, so that's pretty cool. Interestingly enough, a Bama player in an interview said that they like to do this type of coverage where they'll just rush their guys and play zone coverage because they have really good athletes. And surely enough, here's a play where they're rushing guys and just letting their athletes play zone coverage. So watch Greedy Williams. If you can see on this play, he sees Fromm look his way, which is to the right side of the field, and he immediately sinks his hips because the way Greedy is backpedaling, his hips are open up to the field while he's looking at Jake Fromm, even though he has a receiver on his left side, which is near the sideline. But Greedy Williams, when he sees Jake Fromm look that way, Greedy immediately sinks his hips and flips them so to the sideline. And by doing that, he is now able to keep up with the receiver immediately and start covering him. And Jake Fromm is forced to throw the ball more conservatively toward the sideline, away from Greedy, and ends up being an incompletion. That just shows you Greedy's range and instincts. That's a sign of a good corner, especially at that height and that length. It really makes for a really good player. So that's just a short look at all the LSU cornerbacks. Like one play basically. It really doesn't give you a definitive look, but it helps me see some things. It helps me see, a little bit of how they play. And so it'll be interesting to see how Alabama attacks them in this coming game. What do you think Alabama will do, and how do you think LSU will respond? All right, looking forward to hearing your thoughts. I'll see you on the next video.